What's up guys, Perry from Rockville here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your Rock Party 9. Along with the speaker itself, it also comes with a wireless remote to control the speaker. You also get a charging cable to charge your speaker and an aux cord to plug in any aux device like a tablet, MP3 player, etc. So let's take a look at the speaker here. Starting with the top, you have all of these controls to control your speaker, and we can hold down this power button here to power the speaker on.
Power on. Bluetooth.
The power button also acts as the input button, so you can switch between sources like Bluetooth, aux, and USB. Above that, we have the buttons for music playback. So we have the pause or play button to pause or play our tracks. You also have the skip forward button to skip to the next track in your queue, or you have the previous button to go back to the beginning of the track or go back to the previous track of your queue. Underneath here, we have the menu button where we can adjust different settings. So I'm gonna press it once. It brings us to this C setting, which is the volume for the microphone or guitar that we plug into the back of the speaker. You also have the echo menu to adjust how much echo you want on your voice. We also have the treble menu to adjust the high end of our speaker. Then we have the bass menu to control the low end of our microphone or instrument. Then we have the V menu for the volume of our speaker, but you can access that just as easily by using the volume wheel in the middle of the speaker. Now this section to the right here allows us to use the vocal auto correction. We have a few different controls for this. So we have the key button that allows us to set the key of our auto correct. So say if I press this button and I land on the key of A, then the vocal correction will be in that key. And we have 12 different keys to choose from. So if you're singing along to a song, you can cycle between these 12 keys and see which one fits best. Next, we have the snap button, which will overall determine how our voice snaps to the correct note. Now there's a few different options we have in this mode. So we have the near setting. This will guide our voice to the nearest note, whether we're flat or sharp. Then we have the up setting, and this is going to pitch our voice up to the next correct note. Then we have the low setting, which is going to pitch our voice down to the right note. And then you can just turn this off altogether. So without using this snap button, you're not going to notice too much of a difference in your voice. So we recommend setting this to one of the settings in order to notice the difference. We also recommend you use the accuracy button to notice the difference with the auto-tune, and we have a few different settings for this as well. So we have the normal accuracy, which is more of a smoother auto-tune, and then we have the better setting, which will work a bit faster. You can also just turn this off altogether, but again, we recommend using one of the settings we just went over. Next, we have the pitch plus button, which will bring the pitch of your voice higher, and the pitch minus button, which will bring the pitch of your voice lower. So now that we know the controls a bit better, let me show you how they work with our microphone here.
Check 1, 2. So again, we have the key button to set the key of our auto tune. For the example, I'm just gonna set it to the key of E. Then we can use the snap button to determine how our voice will correct to that note. So I feel like the best setting here is the near setting for a more natural sound. Then I'm gonna use the accuracy button here. And for today, I'm gonna set it to the better accuracy. So now if I sing into the mic, hello, you can hear my voice being corrected. And then we have the pitch buttons to shift the pitch of our voice. So if I set the pitch up,
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. My voice sounds a lot higher.
And then we can pitch it
down.
Hello, now my voice is super low.
Now that we covered the controls on the top of the speaker, let's take a look at the inputs on the back of the speaker. So we have 2 1/4-inch inputs that we can use for either our guitar and our microphone. So you can use either of these to set up your microphone and or instrument. And this also gives you plenty of options, whether you want to set up 2 microphones, 1 microphone and 1 instrument, or 2 instruments. Next to that, we have the aux input, so you can take the included aux cable and plug that in to connect your music device. We have a reset button in the middle to set our speaker back to factory default. And then we have the USB input, so we can connect a USB thumb drive and play music through that. The USB also acts as a charging bank, so if you wanted to charge your smartphone or tablet, you can use the USB port. We can also control our speaker by using the wireless remote. So on top we have the power button to power on or power off our speaker. We have the mute button to mute our speaker. We also have this button to set our speaker to mic priority mode. Mic priority mode will make it so that the music ducks down while you speak into the microphone. This is great if you want to make any speeches or quick announcements while you have music playing. And we also have a mode button to switch between the different inputs of the speaker. We have the music playback buttons like pause and play, skip forward or previous, and we also have volume control, so we have volume plus and volume minus. We can also adjust the volume of our microphone with the mic volume minus and the mic volume plus buttons. We also have this button right here to control the LEDs of our speaker. So I can use this button to cycle between the 3 different LED modes here. Third LED mode, I can just turn off the LEDs altogether. Below that, we have the Bluetooth button to automatically set our speaker to Bluetooth mode. We have the reset button to reset our speaker. And then we have the voice button to either mute our guitar and microphone or unmute our guitar and microphone. We can also adjust the EQ of the speaker with the treble buttons and the bass buttons. And there's even preset EQs that we can set the speaker to using the EQ button here. So we can set this to either classical, pop, rock, jazz, or normal for a flat EQ. And then we have the number buttons to switch between the tracks on your USB device. So if you wanted to set up a Bluetooth device like your smartphone or tablet to the speaker, you're just gonna want to set your speaker to Bluetooth mode, go into the Bluetooth settings of your phone or tablet and search for the device that reads Rock Party 9, click on it to pair, and once it reads connected, you can play any tracks from your phone or tablet. So because we have 2 1/4-inch inputs on the back of the speaker, the Rock Party 9 makes for a great live performance setup. So I have my dynamic microphone right here and my female XLR to 1/4-inch cable. This is really important. You don't want a female XLR to male XLR cable because you won't be able to plug it into the speaker. So just make sure you have the 1/4-inch end so you can connect it to the speaker. So I'm gonna take the XLR end and plug that into my microphone. Then I'm gonna take the other end and plug it into either of the 1/4-inch inputs, since you can use either or for your microphone or guitar. But for today, I'm just gonna plug it into input 1. The next thing I'm gonna wanna do is go to the menu button here and click it until I get to the C menu. This is what we're gonna use to adjust the volume of our microphone. So then I can use the volume wheel in the middle to set it higher or lower. And then if you want, you can press the menu button again till you get to the echo menu to give your voice some echo. So now if I talk into my microphone,
Check 1, 2, you should be able to hear my voice coming through the speaker.
so with our free input left, we can set up either another microphone or an instrument like our guitar here. So for this, I want to make sure my 1/4-inch input here is an instrument cable. I'm going to take one end and plug it into my guitar. Then I'm going to plug the other end into the second 1/4-inch input on the back of my speaker. Now the volume that we set for our microphone will also set the volume for our guitar, but just in case, you can go into the menu setting until you get to the C menu and use that to adjust the volume of your guitar as well as your microphone. The echo that you set for your microphone will also come through your guitar as well. So now if I turn up the volume of my guitar and start to play, you'll hear the guitar coming through the speaker. So now I have my microphone and guitar set up at the same time, which would make for a great performance setup. Another thing to keep in mind is that the vocal auto correction will also come through your guitar, so you just want to be careful of that. Maybe turn it off altogether if you don't want your guitar to go out of tune while you're singing and playing. Another great addition to this setup would be your Bluetooth device, so you can look up any backing tracks to sing along to or play along to. Another cool setup we can do is a karaoke setup, since we can plug up to 2 microphones to the back of the speaker and connect our Bluetooth device for any karaoke version of a song. So to set up my microphone, I'm gonna need a female XLR to 1/4-inch cable. I'm gonna plug the XLR end into my microphone, then plug the other end into one of the 1/4-inch inputs on the back of the speaker. For today, we'll use input 1. Next, we're gonna wanna press the menu button until we get to the C setting, which is the volume for our microphone. So we're gonna want to raise that up using the volume wheel here. And if you want, you can press the menu button again for the echo setting, which will give our microphone an echo effect. So now if I test out my microphone,
Check 1, 2. You'll hear my voice coming through the speaker with that echo effect.
the next thing we'll do is set up our Bluetooth device, but first let's just make sure our speaker is set to Bluetooth mode here by pressing the input button until it reads Bluetooth. Then we can go into the Bluetooth settings of our tablet, search for the device that reads Rock Party 9 and click on it to pair. And then once you hear that sound, you'll know your device is connected. So now we can go into the YouTube app and search for any karaoke version of a song and have the music and our microphone playing through the speaker. What's also cool is that we can use the vocal auto correction so we can always sing in perfect pitch to the song. For this, you might want to look up what key the song that you're singing is in, so that this way you can go to the key button here on your speaker and use it to set the auto correction to the key of the song. So for example, if the song that we're singing is in the key of C, we're gonna press the key button here until we get to the C key. You'll also want to use the snap button to set how our voice will snap to the correct pitch. So with this, we have a few different options. So we can set it to near so that our voice will get to the nearest note, up so that our voice will go up to the right note, or low so that our voice will be pitched down to the correct note. Then we have the accuracy button to set the grade of the auto correction. So we can either set it to better, which is the best quality for correction possible, or normal so that it has a more natural feel. So for my auto correction today, I set it to the key of G flat. I also set the snap to near and the accuracy to better. And now if I sing my song, which is also in the key of G flat, it's going to sound perfectly in tune. So hopefully this showed you guys how easy it is to set up your Rock Party 9. But of course, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to our customer support team through phone or email. As always, I'm Perry from Rockville, and we'll see you guys next time.